Islam, my Moorish American nation and family. Islam. I'm at Burger King. I'm Rhonda Arrington-Bey. Islam. What I'm showing here is I'm Rhonda Arrington-Bey. Islam. I'm a Moorish American. I'm a natural, divine, celestial being. Um, Naturalized. That means I have affirmed as a Moorish American to uphold the United States Constitution of 1787, the 13th Amendment with 20 sections, and all four of Abraham Lincoln's proclamations. I think that was Phyllis that said married. I think that's what it sounded like. She said she's not included in the video. They say married a lot outside around American Standard Stay, especially if I'm tweeting about Sheik Dwayne Byfield Bay. Tweeting about, I'm pretty sure you're going to look at this video, Sheik Dwayne Byfield Bay as your wife, so I don't know why at American Standard Stay someone might say married. All right, Imani and I don't know anyone personally here in Annapolis, Maryland, and I have said this many times before. I would never ever marry if I wasn't married or spiritually obligated to Sheik Dwayne Byfield Bay. I still would not deal with anybody here, African American, Spanish speaking, pale skin, on a personal level. That means date, have sex, or any form of amalgamation. I keep everything business, and Imani does too, as naturalized being. Okay, so yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like she said. I don't know why she said that while I turned this on. Okay, so anyway, as I walk to work, let me see here. Oops. As I walk to work, a lot of times, or back and forth from work to Whole Foods, I see feathers on our path. And then a lot of times I record and video of police on the floor. On the our path. I would step over them, and then I might see someone that looks Spanish speaking. Drive by really close, or to see the police. So today, because I was rushing, I said I was going to start video. This is my second video of me recording the feathers. I'm going to start video taping, because see, this could be used as a form of psychological warfare. And by the way, it's September the 4th, 2021. And okay, this could be used as psychological warfare. So if you are able to engage mentally and spiritually with someone, mentally and spiritually rape them in their dreams, spiritually and mentally rape and molest them while they're earning money, and you are considered a weapon, Islam, like I have experience from that unclean, unnatural spirit that looked to speak Spanish, brown skin, with black hair. These are unclean spirits I'm talking about, unnatural, filthy, and diseased spirits. Literally, like if somebody that speaks Spanish, and I'm not accusing all those that speak Spanish, whether they're from Mexico, El Salvador, South America, Central America, to be filthy, diseased, and unclean. But those that I am talking about, they know exactly, their government know exactly what I'm talking about. They know who I'm talking about, and they know why they use them and what they use them for. And when they use them as weapons of mass destruction. And so a lot of times when I'm being as a spiritual woman, experiencing a spiritual experience that is dealing with unclean, disease, abomination spirits. It could be a black, Negro, Spanish speaking. Those are the two main what I've experienced in Annapolis. It's African American, black, Negro that's unclean. Not saying all African American, black, Negro are unclean and diseased and filthy. I'm just saying that has been my experience. Or those that speak Spanish, where it looked like it be Mexico, El Salvador, South America, and Central America. Yes, I have experienced some engagement from those that are pale skinned, but it's been predominantly the melanated. And so that it seemed to be used as a weapon, a spiritually and mental weapon of mass destruction. That's what I call it in reference to spirituality. Because it's definitely no joke. It's in the Holy Bible, and it speaks about Jesus casting out unclean spirits. The Holy Bible was made public law on this landmass. Jesus in Matthew spoke about how he would cast out unclean filthy, demonic spirits. All right, so this is nothing new. This has been recorded history of unclean, filthy, demonic spirits for a long time. So what I'm doing right now is I'm showing you this early day as I was walking to work. I didn't want to be late, so I couldn't videotape this, but as soon as I saw this feather, this Mexican looking guy, I don't know if he was from Mexico, he could have been from South America, but definitely that phenotype, that brown skin with the black hair, drove past, and then I saw a police officer, a police car, which I have been recorded at. As soon as I saw this feather on my path to work, and because this has happened so many times before, I started to record this because I don't believe in coincidence, but when you're dealing with those that have the ability to demonstrate and implement psychological, spiritual, and mental warfare, then you have to show proof. Okay, and so what I did was with this one, it is September 4th, 2021, is I made sure I picked it up off the ground because I didn't want to be late for earning money at Burger King, and I put it in my book bag. This is my book bag here, and I colored it just now. I'm on break right now at Burger King, and I colored it green. Okay, because I figured if I color it green, actually this was a plotted thought. When you're dealing with telepathy, those that are able, that have the telepathic code, and they're trying to possess the mind, a lot of times these are unclean spirits. They will send plotted thoughts, and they call them helper thoughts. So what they're trying to do is they know that they can never approach you on a physical plane. They know if they approach you on the physical plane, if you have a gun and you lawfully have a gun and they feel threatened and they're trying to defend themselves, you can shoot them and kill them to protect yourself lawfully, okay? And they know you can call the cops. If you don't have a gun or no martial arts to protect yourself, you can call the cops and do a report. They know that they cannot approach you on a physical plane without some form of reaction of aggression to protect yourself. So what these unclean spirits will do that have the code of telepathy is use that telepathic code to engage and then make it seem as though this is real. My Moorish American Nation of Family in Arrington-Bey and spiritual, make it seem as though that you enjoy their engagement, and so they'll keep doing it, and then they'll send emotion. They can send an emotion that's not real, like some form of emotion that you are enjoying their engagement of your mind or your body sheaths. And after they do it for a little while, they'll literally try to molest you or have sex with you. So what I have learned to do as a spiritual woman is study these unclean spirits that I know we are among. Once again, it has been talked about, it has been recorded in the Holy Bible. The Holy Bible was made public law on this landmass in 1982. Matthew spoke about unclean spirits. In the book of Matthew, Jesus spoke about they spoke about Jesus casting out unclean spirits. So this is nothing new. King James did an additional book about demonology. King James wrote an additional books about demonology, witches, and so forth. So this is nothing new in reference to being among unclean spirits. Not only that, in the Holy Bible, it spoke about Jesus knowing the thoughts of men. Now, if Jesus knew the thoughts of men, that means he had some form of telepathy, Islam. So that right there explains, that lets you know that telepathy has been among or been around for a while, Islam. So this is my rationale of reading and learning different history and history books. So I have never ever, Imani Gray Bay and we don't know anyone here personally. We don't speak very little Spanish. But I couldn't understand why so many that spoke Spanish, okay, especially when I would see these feathers, was start speaking about the bird is hungry, that bird water. And once again, many times police officers are driving around. Something about a bird. Now I didn't understand. I was like, a bird, like some type of creatures, or those something that looks partly human is a bird. Like there's a set, like I was saying, some Spanish speaking would actually say werewolf. They look to be from Mexico, South America, I'm not sure, but they will, or El Salvador, they will literally say werewolf, like so many times. So obviously I was like, because at first I really didn't think they were saying werewolf, but then I was like, why? I started to listen. Oops, sorry, I felt something on my ear. I started to listen carefully, and definitely they were saying werewolf. It's just like hearing them say bird. That bird is hungry. And so I've experienced spiritually and mentally of this look like Mexican El Salvador brown skin, that brown skin look, trying to actually, I'm going to say this low because there's no one around here, as you can see, no customers. I don't think any customers are inside the building right now, and I'm still on break. But literally, I was dreaming, and that same unclean spirit was like literally licking my vagina, and like I woke up, so it was trying to eat the substance from my vagina. And so I correlate this to some of the spirits that are on a physical plane. These are bodies. I'm not talking about spirit. This is literally, I've heard Spanish speak about a bird. Even the African Americans, I've heard them say that too, especially after a black male might try to engage or literally try to have a conversation, or just basically all of a sudden I've heard black males say something about a bird. It's like, well, we're gonna let the bird these are not all black males once again, but this is it has happened too many times. The bird gonna get them, get her, or something, let the bird have her. And so and once again, the United States Navy and the Army bases are here in Annapolis. So because we have so much new technology, and you have different ways that new technology can be used by unnaturalized forces that have not taken the oath or affirmed to uphold laws of freedom, it is not far-fetched that those that have a form of telepathy or a telepathic code, because I'm pretty sure more and more things are going to come out. More people will talk about it in time, just like they're going to talk about artificial intelligence, AI, in time, in reference to probably unlawful acts being done with the banks. Artificial intelligence, I'm saying some form of a robotic energy being used with the banks and dealing unlawfully, illegally. That too is going to be talked about more. So these spirits, unclean spirits, can definitely be used as weapons of mass destruction. And it's interesting, because I was just looking online. Make a long story short, I was just looking online, and this guy who posts news all over the world, he was saying that he posted videos of Spanish speaking are still crossing over the borders illegally from he was saying Mexican or South American illegally, from 6-year-old to 5-year-old, they crossing the border by themselves, and they're being used in sex trafficking. But I was thinking, I'm not saying this is just a thought. I said, imagine them being born with this code, and not only that, being used to control technology. All right, and that is just what you want to say, social. That's just something they put in on TV to not speak about what's really going on, and them allowing these species, not all Spanish speaking from Mexico or Salvador, I'm just saying these species of laboratory experiments on this landmass, because they're going to use them, possibly use them as terrorists. Islam as terrorists, and try to make them to be first-class citizens over those who are not naturalized, who are not in a constitutional fold. Islam. So this is my recording. I'm going to post this on Twitter today.